Hello, everyone. It's Coach Cotton, one of your favorite coaches. So, quick plug. I'm back on the scene. I'm doing some new content, building a new course. So, I am a personal development coach. I do run and operate, and I founded Renew, Repurpose, Restore Personal Development Coaching LLC. So, you can find me on all social media and things like that under Coach Cotton or just by my name, Michelle Cotton, because that works, right? But today I came on here to just talk about this phrase that's trending, and it's the high value dot dot dot, whether that's a high value man, a high value woman. And so I've really been thinking about that. And so I want to come on today just to share with you my personal thoughts. Y'all remember I used to do Words of Wisdom Wednesdays, and I haven't done it in a while, but it's so ironic that today is Wednesday. And I just had this thought, and I said, I really want to, one, educate, coach on what that term means as it relates to people in relationships or your pursuit of someone, whether that's a woman in pursuit of a high value man. And yes, women, we can pursue, it's okay. Yes, the man will find the wife, but it's okay for us to be in a place where we can be found. And it's also okay for us to pursue. Chase and pursuit is two different things. And that's a whole nother discussion for another day. But whether it's a woman pursuing a high value man or a man pursuing a high value woman, and if you think you are the high value man or woman. So let's get into it. So my first thought was, when you hear that term high valued and it relates to a person in pursuit of someone in dating or relationship, like, Michelle, what does that really mean? High value. Like, when I think about high value, I literally think about something very luxurious. I think about something expensive. I think about something that's high value. It doesn't take a rocket scientist. But I do think about things like high value, like diamonds and luxurious cars, or even furniture pieces or art pieces that can be high value, because now that's putting in toward a dollar amount, I would say, or put some type of wage or some type of finance, monetary value to it. But then there's also high value in character. There's also high value in quality. And so that's the part that I want to break down today, not really talking about high value as it relates to monetary, right? Or a price or a cost. Although character does cost, right? So let me just share my thoughts with you guys. And you guys tell me how you feel. Please feel free to comment. Look, y'all see that? The light is hitting me. I always get derailed. Anyway, so my thoughts that I want to share. When I'm thinking about high value, I break down what value means to me. And I was thinking about this a lot. So when I am dating, and I am single, so I'm dating now currently, and I've been dating, for a while, but I will look for certain characteristics and certain qualities. Why? Because I have standard. And so for me, with me having a standard, there's a certain type of man that I would like, right? There's an expectation. Although it's not a crazy expectation, it's still an expectation. There's still a bar. And this is my own personal standard, right? So because I do consider myself to be a high value woman, I will break that down as we continue this conversation. But first things first, if I know what I want, and I do, I'm a woman who knows what she wants. That's one of the first things of being high value, is being able to decide, to select, to have option. And let's not take that out of context. I'm not saying that you have options so you get to play or manipulate people's emotions. No, that's not what I'm saying. But when you also think about monetary gain, and I use that very loosely and lightly, when you have more money, you have more of a selection. You have more options. And I'm talking about now the material things. Like, you can choose the type of home you want. You can build your home from the ground you want, if you want to do that, right? So there's option in that way. So when I think about a high value woman or a high value person, I think about the idea and the standard of having options. I can be selective. I get the right to be selective. With that selection process, that means because I know what I want, I'm not going to choose anything. I'm not going to select anything because I have standard or standards. That means I want the person who I select to also have standards. That can look like boundaries. That can look like using your words and having effective communication. That can look like having a faith. And these are some of the topics that we're going to talk about. So let's quickly break down value. And again, my thoughts, leave some comments. Feel free to DM me on all social media platforms like TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and of course my YouTube channel at Coach Cotton or Michelle Cotton. So this is the thing. When I think about value, again, I'm thinking about vulnerability. I'm going to talk about the man right now just because I'm a woman who wants to date a man. And these are some of the expectations. These are some of the standards, characteristics, the quality and traits that I would like for him to have. So vulnerability, and that's the V in value, right? And we're going to just break down this and make it an acronym. It's okay for a man to be vulnerable. It is nothing wrong with a man having a sensitive side. That doesn't make him anything less than a man. It doesn't take away from his masculinity. I feel like in relationships it's very important for the partnership or the partners in the relationship to understand that just like a woman can be nurturing and a woman can be sensitive and a woman can be understanding and a woman can be soft and gentle and vulnerable, so can a man. It's okay for a man to be vulnerable because when I think about the man that I want to pursue me or to find me, there needs to be a level of vulnerability there. There needs to be a level of vault. And when I say vault, I mean I need to be able to trust him with my sensitivity and with my confidentiality and with my weak moments and with my flaws and my imperfections, and likewise that can be reciprocated. He can trust me with his vulnerabilities. He can trust me with his flaws and imperfections and his mistakes and his error. It's okay. That's why we're here together to hopefully grow this thing, right? To build this thing so we both can be of high value. So that's the first thing. Vulnerability is A-okay. The second thing is the A in value would be admittance. Yes, admittance. Or acceptance, right? Two different y'all, this ginger it don't miss. It's so good. And I'm not advertising or promoting this brand, but this is one of the best brands. But it's good. And when I say that ginger hits you at the back of your throat, my goodness. But anyway, so you have admittance or acceptance, and acceptance. I'll say both. And they're two different things. So the man that I'm choosing, because I'm a high value woman, I want him to be a high value man, is to be able to admit some things. And it's okay to admit I was wrong. It's okay to admit I don't know. It's okay to admit I don't understand. There's nothing wrong with that. It doesn't make you less of a man. It doesn't make me less of a woman. It doesn't make me be right in a situation. It doesn't make you be wrong in a situation. It doesn't make you right in a situation. It doesn't make me be wrong in a situation. So having a level of admittance, right? And with admittance does come that acceptance, being able to accept that I am human. I can make mistakes. I am imperfect. I accept the fact that I don't get it right all the time. I don't nail it all the time. And again, going back to the vulnerability, that I can trust someone or my partner when I say that I'm not judged, that I'm not ridiculed, that I'm not made to feel less than because I can admit and accept that I am imperfect, striving every day to do better, right? So it's okay. Also, the L. Of course, we all know that one, love. Love is so important. Unconditional love. I want him to have that type of love for me, his family, because I know that when a man loves me, truly loves me unconditionally, it's going to bring forth a lot of other things like security, safety, significance, provision, protection. And that's going to be another video where I dive deeper into what those things look like. Having a faith, right? Because first of all, a man who fears God or believes in something bigger than himself, that has a faith in something bigger, greater than himself, is a win-win, because it shows that love, it shows that sacrifice, it shows that suffering. And literally, I want that. So when I'm thinking about a high value man and those characteristics and those qualities, that's exactly what I'm thinking about. A man who will love me unconditionally, but because he loves the Lord. And I'm a Christian, so I will say God. He loves God. He has a strong faith in God. He results to prayer for understanding, which is the next letter in value. The U, understanding, wisdom. A high value person, woman or man, they're going to seek understanding. They're going to ask questions to gain understanding, right? They're going to pursue wisdom. That's important when we're talking about high value, because without wisdom, people will fail. The Bible even teaches us, my people fail because of lack of knowledge. I want a man who's able to seek understanding and wisdom and ask for wisdom and get knowledge and research and get into his word, or watch some podcasts or listen to some podcasts while he's driving, reading some books that's going to educate, coach and edify and affirm all these things so he can get understanding. We always talk about emotional intelligence, but I want maturity and I want wisdom. Emotional intelligence is great, but that only comes from maturity and wisdom and understanding and knowledge, whether that's through book knowledge, life experience, faith-based. But I want it to be the right thing, because having an understanding, guess what he can do? He can lead me. And that's what I want. I want a high-value man who can lead me. So as he follows Christ, then I can follow him. Okay? So the next one, the last letter will be E. And what is that, Coach Cotton? What is E? What are your thoughts on E? Evolving, progression, expectancy. When I think about a high value person, again, man, woman, I think about evolving. God is a God of progression. And as we grow together in relationship, building and partnering together, it has to come with some evolvement. It has to come with a level of progression, a level of expectancy, meaning that I am expecting something. I have the faith to expect something better, something greater. And we are growing, we are developing, we are maturing together through this. So we are evolving together. So we're not where we need to be. We're not at the destination. However, we are both becoming. And so I want him to also have that characteristic of evolving, that he remains teachable so he can continue to grow. He does not become stagnant. He does not become complacent. So when we talk about the word value for this first thought session, or Michelle's thought session, Coach Cotton's thoughts, think about when you talk about your high value partner, who you're pursuing to be a high value man or a high value woman, that they could share vulnerabilities. Can you receive their vulnerabilities? Is there space for them to be admitted or to admit something and be accepted without judgment? Is there a place where you can love unconditionally? Is there understanding and wisdom? Is there evolvement, progression, and expectancy? So we'll stop there for today. Again, I'm Coach Cotton. You can find me on all social media platforms at Coach Cotton or Michelle Cotton on TikTok, Facebook, and of course my YouTube channel and Instagram. I hope y'all enjoyed this. It was quick and short. This is going to be some layers to it, so I will continue to build on this. But for right now, that's what I have for you. Again, follow me, DM me if you want to know more. I do offer private coaching as well. You guys know I'm in the mental health and behavioral health space as far as my career, and I do that coaching as well. So if you just want to reach out to me, you need someone to talk to, I do offer free 15-minute discovery calls and consultation. So reach out to me on any platform. I'm more than welcome to walk you through this. If you're having challenges in relationship, if you're having challenges in career, if you're having challenges with what's the next steps for you in your journey, I would love to partner with you and walk alongside you as we figure it out together. Or even finances, whatever it may be, faith, all these things. I'm willing to walk with you and we can just sort it out together. So thank you guys for listening to me, and wait on the next video. I'll post it for the next part of high value man or woman. Thank you. Y'all have a good one. Bye.